Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I am Kayode Adebayo. A federal high court in Abuja has frozen the bank accounts of 32 individuals and companies linked to the 10-day End Bad Governance protest organized across the country pending investigation and prosecution of the case. Justice Emeka Nwite, in a ruling on the ex parte motion moved by Counsel for the Inspector General of Police Ibrahim Mohammed, also ordered the banks to apprehend the account holders or any person transacting business on the said accounts. Mohammed, in his foreground argument, said the accounts as contained in the schedule, in respect of which reliefs sought, are subject of investigation and are reasonably suspected to be warehousing proceeds of unlawful activities or fraud. According to him, the accounts are used to promote the offense of criminal conspiracy, terrorism financing, treasonable felony, cyberbullying, and cyber stalking, which was illegally transferred to the account of the accused persons. Justice Nwite, who granted the motion, directed the banks to contact the Nigerian police force as soon as the arrest is made. Representatives of state government at the last Federation Account Allocation Committee meeting have bemoaned the decision by the federal government to save additional revenue for payment of the new minimum wage. This development, which affected their revenue distribution from the Federation Account Committee, was received with opposing views when an update on statutory allocation showed that the government transferred a sum of 200 billion naira into the non-savings account at the August FAC meeting, making a total of 595 billion naira. The Commissioners of Finance, Akwa Ibom, Dr. Linus Noah, Delta, Okemot Lije, and Ekiti Akintunde Oyebode raised the observation at the last FAC meeting. During the meeting, it was learned that the committee distributed a total sum of 1.36 trillion naira to the three tiers of government, 1 billion naira less than the 1.35 trillion naira shared in June. In his address, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, applauded President Bola Tinubu for signing the National Minimum Wage Act into law, adding that its implementation will be of immense benefit to all Nigerians. He further disclosed that discussions are still ongoing on the consequential adjustments. The federal government has barred individuals under the age of 18 years from participating in the National Examinations Council and West Africa Examinations Council. The Minister of Education, Professor Tahir Mama, stated this when he appeared on a television program. He said the federal government has instructed WAEC, which administered the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, and NECO, which organizes the Senior School Certificate Examination, to comply with the directive on the 18 years age limit for any candidate to be eligible for the two examinations. Maman also insisted that the age limit for any candidate to write the Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination organized by the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board remain 18 years. The Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has said that collective efforts rather than a blame game are needed to move Nigeria forward. Dr. Okonjo-Iweala stated this at the Nigeria Bar Association annual conference held in Lagos, where she delivered a keynote address titled "A New Social Contract for Nigeria's Future." She stressed the need for Nigeria to move beyond political infighting and inconsistent policies that have hindered the country's development since independence. While stating that Nigerians are not alone in economic hardship, she said it's not in recrimination but rather as part of moving the country and advancing its interests. She maintained that the difficult time being experienced is not limited to Nigeria but globally, adding that there is a need to shift focus from blame games to concrete actions that tackle present and emerging challenges. Drawing comparisons between Nigeria and other countries, Okonjo-Iweala highlighted how nations like South Korea, Peru, and India had outpaced Nigeria in economic growth and development despite having similar starting points decades ago. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria has denied claims that over 600 Nigerian pilgrims remained in Saudi Arabia after performing lesser Hajj in the country. Former Kaduna Central Senator Shehu Sani made the claim on his ex-handle, raising concerns about the Saudi authorities tightening visa rules. Mr. Sani noted that over 600 Nigerians who traveled to Saudi Arabia for lesser Hajj refused to return, and this compelled the Saudi authorities to tighten their visa rules. However, NACON's Deputy Director of Public Affairs, Fatima Usara, denied the claims, noting that neither the Saudi or Nigerian authorities had a record of such persons. The former Grand Qadi in the Kwara State Sharia Court of Appeal, Justice Abdullahi Harun, has urged the federal government to ensure a thorough probe of the 90 billion naira Hajj subsidy mismanagement. And now to sports. President of Nigeria Basketball Federation, Musa Kida, says stopping board members from imposing players on the Tigers head coach, Rena Wakama, played a key role in the team's success at the 2024 Olympic Games. The Tigers made a big impression at the Olympics, making it to quarterfinals before bowing out of the United States of America, as Wakama's side defeated heavyweights Australia and Canada in the group stage. Reflecting on the team's performance, Kida said the coach did a job without external influence. Kida said the responsibility is that other board members have been isolated, while the ultimate selection of the team is in the hands of the coach and the technical crew. He asserted that Nigeria was drawn against the highest-ranked team in Group B at the Olympics, appreciating the players for overcoming their fears to go beyond group stage. He described the coach as visionary, saying she has proven critics wrong with her achievements at the Olympics. Now on the foreign scene, airstrikes on a village in northern Mali near the Algerian border has killed 21 civilians, including 11 children. According to a spokesman for a coalition of Tuareg majority pro-independence groups, the strikes targeted a pharmacy, then other strikes followed that targeted people gathering in the vicinity of the initial damage. The attack on the village of Tinzakwantin marks the largest number of civilians killed by drones since the breakdown of a peace agreement between the country's ruling military junta and armed pro-independence groups in northern Mali last year. Malian military confirms airstrikes in the Tinzakwantin sector in a statement broadcast on the national television. The strategic framework for the defense of the people of Aswad is a coalition of Tuareg majority groups fighting for the independence of northern Mali, which they call Asawad. Still on the foreign scene, Israel said it carried out a wave of preemptive strikes across southern Lebanon to thwart a large-scale rocket and drone attack by Hezbollah. According to Israel's military, jets destroyed thousands of the Iranian-backed armed groups' rocket launchers, while Hezbollah and its armor allies said 3 fighters were killed. Hezbollah said it had still managed to fire 320 rockets and drones at Israel in retaliation for the assassination of a senior commander, as Israel's military said 1 Israeli Navy soldier was killed. The U.S. says it is working to avoid any further escalation after 10 months of hostilities that have raised fears of an all-out war. There have been almost daily exchanges of fire across the Israel-Lebanon border since the day after the start of the war between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. There was no breakthrough at the latest round of U.S.-backed Gaza peace talks in Cairo, as Hamas said it rejected new Israeli conditions and accused Israel of backtracking on promises. And that ends the midday news on OSBC TV. The bulletin was edited by Adibare Ejimakinde. Please join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.